Hello, everyone. I'm Cheldin Barlett Rumor, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. It is always a pleasure to chat with my dear friend. I cannot wait for him to reintroduce himself, his first and last name, and all he's up to.
Cheldin, I'm Louis Bezich, men's health advocate, contributing writer to phillyvoice.com, and the author of Saving Men from Themselves. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm so good. If you did not hear, there is a new title there. There is a new
Yes,
title
I'm getting
there.
used to
A
it.
very new book that has come out and is coming out on other additional platforms. We'll make sure to share that new book with all of you that are listening
Yeah.
and watching. Congratulations on that, Louis.
Thank you so much. I
Oh my
appreciate it.
goodness. What are we talking about today?
Well, today, we're in the fall season as we record this segment, and fall is obviously a great time to get outside for outdoor physical activities. But you may not know, Sheldon, that fall is prime time for the race, the running race season. You may
Yes.
see around your neighborhood, the area, ads for and little signs for 5K, 10Ks, marathons, half marathons. It's really a great time to get out and try a race. And running, of course, is a great activity. It's low in cost to do. You buy a pair
Sure.
of sneakers, it doesn't take a whole lot of training, and just really takes some commitment. You should check with your doc, because while there's a lot of upsides, you just want to make sure that if you have led a sedentary lifestyle, and you haven't been very active, you want to check in. If you had any risk factors for heart disease, you want to check in with your doc on that. But most of the experts will tell you that, that aside, with the risks aside, that running is a great thing to do, and really the benefits outweigh the risks.
I love that. I love that. And I know some people always, we've talked about it for years now, really, how do we get started? How do I get started in living a better life? What types of things could I be doing? And so I know that when you're mentioning running, and some people, they do this, right? They haven't done anything for a very long time, and then
Mhm.
they go out and they start sprinting. I don't necessarily think that that's what you're
No,
suggesting.
no, no.
Forward is still crawling, right? Crawling is
Right,
still forward, I
right.
like to say.
Right. You want to start small. And maybe, we talk about, 5K. There's
Yeah.
oftentimes a walk option,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
so the recommendation is, if you are not physically active right now, start slow, try a walk. Just walk for a couple of miles, or even walk around the block if you don't want to join a race. But, you want to build up your capacity. Because once you get there, not only are there great physical benefits. I mean, the experts will tell you that it has it. Runners typically live 3 years longer than non-runners,
Right.
right? It reduces the risk of any catastrophic, mortality events and things of like that nature. So there's, reduces blood pressure, better sleep. I mean, there's a whole host, a laundry list of benefits to running, and that's where you want to ultimately get to. And as we were just talking about offline, there are
Yeah.
social benefits to running. It wasn't too long ago we talked about social running clubs where
Right.
people get together, and it's a really way to meet friends. In some cases, there are romantic opportunities and
Right.
romantic connections that are made there. And then also the other thing I really want to point out is that I'm a big proponent of motivation and finding motivation in our healthy behaviors. A
Sure.
great way to give back is to register with one of these races, because they oftentimes support a very, very worthy cause. Schools, nonprofit organizations, et cetera. So the money goes to a good cause, and it really, in some of the cases I've been to these races where you see the children there that are the
Yeah.
beneficiaries, and it really pulls at your heartstrings. So you're doing something not only good for yourself, but good for others.
Good for others. And isn't that the truth that people would most likely or more likely be good to others than they are to themselves, right? They need
Yeah,
another justification. It's not good enough just to take care of yourself and make sure you're healthy. You
right.
need that extra motivation. And that can be, especially, I love that you mentioned that this tis the season, right? Fall tends to be the time for the walks, the 3Ks, the runs, the marathons, all of those. So being able just to Google and look about what's going on in your
Oh, yeah.
area to be able to get involved in that as well.
Oh yeah, they're easy to find. I'm signed up this Saturday, and a
Yeah.
bunch of them coming up, because the competition is fun. And I say competition, most of the time in my case, I'll tell you that I'm just competing with myself for, my times and things of
Yeah.
that nature. But it's fun. You get out there, there's the camaraderie of the crowd, of the other runners, and it's something to look forward to. It's something to kind of train for.
Yeah.
So there's a whole lot of benefits, and, great time of year to do it.
I love that. We also talk about accountability partners in this. And
Yeah.
so usually for these 3Ks, 5K, I'm sorry, 5Ks, 3 mile runs, they are a family affair. In a lot of
Yes.
different cases, you see the full family out
Yes.
of all ages. Some are walking, some are running, or some are just cheering you on from the sidelines. So it doesn't have to, it ends up being a team sport, even though you're running or walking
Oh,
individually.
yeah.
Do you see that as well?
Oh, absolutely. You see the families running all the time. What
Yeah.
really is interesting to see, you see sometimes the dads or the moms,
Yes,
pushing the baby
yes,
carriage during the
100%.
race, and so
100%.
true dedication, setting a great role model for the kids, and again, just a family affair that again not only helps with your health conditions and contributes to your good health, but also builds those social bonds, which
Yes.
are so good for inspiring and motivating the healthy behavior in the first place. And then you get on that cycle where you're exercising, you're getting more motivation, and it's a good kind of a practice to
It's
start.
such a good kind of thing. We also talk so often about things to look forward to. I know certain families, especially for walks and runs and charitable activities that are outside, it is marked on the calendar. We have
Yep.
t-shirts, right? We're meeting at a
Yes.
location, we're going to brunch afterwards.
Yes.
It ends up being this annual activity, an annual event that we all gear towards and train for, even. So, I'm sure you've seen that as well.
Oh, absolutely. It's a social
Yes,
health,
it is.
combo that, you can't be beat. And again, it's that social contagion we talk about so much that the fun, builds more, desire to do it again and do it again. And
Yes,
that's the treadmill of positivity
for
that we
sure.
want to get on. So, again, that's why we bring it up and remind people about this, because once you hit that stride, literally and
Right,
figuratively,
exactly.
you're in good shape, and you can really bring the family together and bring friends together, and just have a good time, and do something really good for yourself.
I love it. It's time to get running. It's time for you to move in the right direction. All of the different things that we can say to get you out and about, especially this fall season. I know that running is a large part of your life and has changed your life in so many different ways, kept you
Absolutely.
not
Yeah.
only fit, but created all these social opportunities for you as well. We want to encourage those that are listening and watching to do the same, but we also want to get them in touch with you and your new book, to learn more about all that you've got
Sure.
going on. Where can people follow, fan, and like you?
On social media, it's very easy, at Louis Bezich. And on my website is louisbezich.com. You'll see what's going on in my world. You can get a link to the new book. Ultimately, you'll see in a few more weeks the TED Talk I just recorded down in Cape May, New Jersey. So a lot of good stuff going on,
Good.
all of which we want to share with everybody out there.
Yes, yes, we cannot keep your excellence a secret. It's time to share all that you've got going on with our community and beyond. We are so grateful to have you as part of our
Thank
This
you so much.
family. So wonderful. Okay, guys, you have all of his information and the exciting news about his new book. I need you to get in touch with our dear friend from all of us here at This Is It TV. I'm Cheldin Barlett Rumor, and we will see you soon. Take care.